Hi, everybody. I'm Martin Krantz from Davra Networks. And so Davra is a company based in Dublin, Ireland, that focuses on delivering managed services to the IT sector. And today, I'll be showing exactly how we deliver value to our customers and how our platform works. So let's get started. First of all, we have our business model. We have 4 key steps. So first of all, we have vendor partnerships with Cisco, Intel, and Dell. And they actually include us in their revenue sharing partnerships or on their price lists. And then they sell us our solution to resellers such as IBM and CenturyLink, who are then trained by Fastlane, the world's leading IT training company, who also train the customer. So everyone gets an idea of how the company and the platform work. Before going into the demo itself, I'll give you an overview of our company itself and how we came about making the platform. So in our view, there's not going to be a single platform that will cover every single aspect of IoT. There won't be a Google of IoT. We think that instead, the IoT will be one big horizontal platform, but there'll be specific verticals within that area that will be specialized by certain platforms. So, for example, we focus on 3 key areas. So mainly transportation, smart cities, and smart manufacturing. There's also a few other verticals you can see on the y-axis right there, but I'll get into those later. And to make this possible, we have 3 key areas we focus on, and that is fog computing, OTA updates, and ZTP. So does anyone here know what fog computing is? OK, a few of you. So I won't bring you up here to talk about it, but I'll explain what it means. So fog computing is a process of locating isolated endpoints, then taking that data from those endpoints, and then choosing whether it's relevant or not. So there's a lot of data out there, and we want to make sure we can customize exactly what the customer wants and then apply it to our platform. The second key element is OTA, or over-the-air updates. So what these do is that they allow us to easily centrally update everything from one central location, so it can seamlessly update things, change things, without having to manually configure the different devices. And ZTP provisioning, or zero-touch provisioning, is important too, because it can help us onboard new devices without having, once again, to configure and add them manually. So it's a very easy way to add new devices. So now we're moving on to the demo itself, and then giving you a good example of how we work. So you can see right here is our platform itself. There are some funny-looking circles right there with red, yellow, and green coloring right there. And what those clusters do, is they let you know exactly the status of the different assets. So if it's green, it means it's working fine. Yellow, it means there's a chance of it breaking down in the future. And red means that it has broken down. And one other important thing about them is they let you manage the actual assets individually and together. So instead of showing hundreds of little dots all over the map, we have numbers showing. So there's 175 dots on the West Coast. And if you zoom in, actually, you can see they split up, and you can then pinpoint which point you actually want to look at, which asset you want to see. So let's zoom in to Las Vegas. And here you can see we have 2 buses. One of them is this cool one right here. Of course, you can't drive it. It's a model bus. But this bus right here is very connected. It has 3G and 4G connectivity, DSRC connectivity. It has an Intel server. And you can actually check up on it on the map right now, which is also live, by the way. You can see the bus driving down there between Caesar's Palace and Mandalay Bay. So if you click on the bus here, you can see a dashboard covering everything you want to know about it. There's RPM, you can have speed. There's also a camera you can look at, which gives you a live feed. Of course, it's a pre-recorded video right here. You can also live stream from your devices, so it's a good way to look at and keep track of your devices. So now let's move on to the dashboards themselves, which give you an idea of how we can better show charts and information in a different way. So let's go to, right here we have the driver scorecard. And so this is actually important for several reasons. First of all, it gives you an idea of how drivers have been performing in the past. And this is important first of all, because it lets you properly charge for insurance. So you can use it for usage-based insurance. It's one application of our platform. where you can actually keep track of the driver's performance, accident history, speeds, and charge the right premium for their insurance in the future. And another thing is that actually you can keep track of fuel level here. So let's say you track the fuel level of different devices. This is important because one example of ROI for our company is that the fuel level is decreased by 15% if you use it and manage it on the platform. So it's a good way for companies to save money and time as well. So here you can see a pretty generic dashboard from our platform. It has 4 areas. You can add 5, 6. It's very customizable. You can do whatever you want. And then next, you can actually add what you want to put in there. We have some charts, and of course, the driver scorecard here. If you wanted, you could put in a video, social media, picture, more charts, any kind of info you want. And with fog computing, you can pick and choose what data goes in there. And the final thing is maybe sounds a bit funny, but the colors in the background are very important because for us, we want to have the capability to let our customers brand the dashboard. And right here, we have a generic kind of gray background, but if you wanted, you can add the branding of the company, the logo, a title, and everything can be customized, and the companies can then sell it to their end users and have their branding combined with our platform. And so next, let's go back to the yellow circles I showed you earlier, and how those work is actually for maintenance. So let's say that you're trying to keep track of your vehicles and make sure they aren't actually broken or anything. You can go in here, and with a predictive maintenance, you can go in here and check up, okay, so the front of this car is red, meaning there's some issue with it, or there's a chance of there being an issue with it. I'll show a percentage probability over the next 30 days. So let's say you have a car for 3 years, and there's been 2 years and 11 months. So there's a chance of it breaking down in a year, to let you know how much of a chance that is, and also all the information you want to know and where the problem is, so you can go in and repair it. The other option is preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance is also very cool because you actually can look at similar sensors and similar assets and how they have fared in the wild. So if you're opening with a new asset, you can then look at past performance of other ones, and also you can put similar sensors around the main one to keep track of the performance of that one. So if it's acting up or if it has some problems, you can go in there and repair it and fix it. So both are available, both are customizable, and it's always open for customers. So now I've covered exactly how our platform works and how the dashboards work. So now I want to move on to a video from Dr. Lance Ford, who actually manages our platform in schools across the country.
Hey everybody at the IoT Forum, this is Dr. Lance Ford here in Howe, Oklahoma. Listen, I know Brian and Marcin have been talking to you about the power of Ruban and IoT, and I wanted to share with you how it impacts us day in and day out in a small rural public school in southeast Oklahoma. I'm standing outside the buses today, and I want us to get on the bus real quick because we've got a driver here. So let's go. All right. Hey, Mr. Dyer, how's it going?
Hello, Dr. Ford. How are you?
I'm doing great. Looks like you got a lot of stuff on this bus. I mean, there's a router, I got a Wi-Fi access point, there's a camera up here. I know you get to drive this bad boy during the summer. How does all this stuff impact you as a driver?
Well, it's been great as a driver. For one, knowing that I have a camera on the bus that's recording everything live. Someone in the office can be reviewing what's going on. It allows me to focus on the road, and you know, the bus can be a dangerous time during the school day. So it's been a great comfort to me as a school bus driver to be able to focus more on the road while I'm driving.
Awesome. Well, I know that you don't just sit in this seat. You also sit as a seat as the elementary principal, and you do get to kind of ramrod some of the transportation stuff around here. How is having the bus connected to the internet and the telematics, you know, the information we're getting, how's that helping us as a school?
Well, it's been very useful. I can tell you one story. During the morning routes, I will in my office watch the routes as they're going through, and the GPS, you know, tracking. I'm allowed to see where each bus is, and also when certain issues arise. For example, one bus, we had a code come up that there was an oil pressure problem, so I was able to check that bus out when it came in and take the net, you know, get the repairs and maintenance needed. And instead of having a bus with engine damage, we were able to catch that beforehand and get that fixed. And just knowing where the buses are and that everything's on time and being able to see inside the bus everything's going okay, it's been a great help.
Awesome. Well, I know that we've looked at this Wi-Fi access point, and if I'm guessing, not being a bus connoisseur, I'm guessing there's 60, 70 folks that could be on here. How is having Wi-Fi on this bus impacting the students?
Well, during summer school, we actually took a trip to the Janet Huckabee Nature Center, and we were able to do a Skype call with another class in Ohio, so also in a summer school. So just being able to collaborate wherever we are. So the exciting thing from that aspect as a building principal, you don't want learning to only take place in the classroom, and now with the connected buses, we have the possibility of learning anywhere we are at any time.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mr. Dyer, for all that you do for our school, and thanks for this little interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Well, so there you got it, guys. That's Connected Bus here in rural southeast Oklahoma. That's how IoT is impacting the real world day in, day out. Huge thanks to Marsan and Brian for allowing us to contribute to this presentation. I hope this helps, guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
So thanks, Dr. Ford and Principal Dyer, for showing us how IoT works in the real world and how Davra applies that. So here, let's move on to smart cities. So I've covered transportation. I want to get a different vertical now. So smart cities traditionally are considered to be adding Wi-Fi to urban areas. And we think it is more than that because smart cities also have metering, parking, lighting, waste management. All these things are possible and part of smart cities. So what we do is we actually take LoRa and low power WAN and we spread it out across the city, allowing for more connectivity and more different devices can be connected to the network more easily. And recently, actually, we got a bid in Ireland, all over the country, where we were able to actually install LoRa across the country. And then one key solution we have with that is waste management. So what this will do is basically have trash bins have sensors on them. They'll keep track of how full the bin is, and then the garbage trucks will go around and optimize the routes based on how full each bin is. So if it's full, they'll pick it up immediately. If it's empty, they'll skip it, do it the next day. It's a good way to save time, money, and make it more efficient. So it's a really cool solution that we're adding in Ireland. And finally, we have smart industry. So how this works, we have, of course, we adhere to the Industry 4.0 standards, and we also have full security with VPN and all the regular security protocols. And we have two solutions we have for this area as well. We have the mobile worker, and we have rock call automation. So mobile worker is a cool solution because we actually look at the mobile worker's phones, put sensors in there, and have the phones keep track of the area around them and make sure the area is safe, keep track of the conditions, if it's hot, too cold. Also, there's GPS tracking the phone, so the actual factory workers and the factory managers can keep track of what's going on inside the factory. Really cool solution, and a good way we can apply Davra to the industry. And rock call automation, of course, we have a partnership with them to install their machines on our network and manage them very easily from there. So I've covered our platform and how we apply it to transportation, manufacturing, and smart cities. So I kind of want to just go over how simple the solution is. So as you can see, it's very customizable, very easy to use, and it's so simple that I've actually been at this company for 6 weeks, already up here presenting about how it works. So clearly, it's very easy to learn, very easy to apply it. And we actually have 8 booths at Cisco Live. So if you want to check out more of our platform, feel free to go over there and check it out. We'll be there for the next few days as well. And lastly, to summarize, I just wanted to say if you are looking for a platform that has both ease of use, customizability, and combines a horizontal with vertical approach, then Davra is a platform for you. Thank you.